Napoleon Bonaparte was a French general and politician who played a significant role in the history of France and Europe in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. He began his military career during the French Revolution and later became the leader of France during the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon's rise to power brought about significant changes in the history of France and Europe. He introduced a legal code known as the Code Napoleon, or Code Civil, which still influences the laws of many countries today. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, on the island of Corsica, which was then a part of the Kingdom of France. His family was Corsican and spoke the Corsican language. His father, Carlo Buonaparte, was a minor nobleman on the island. While Napoleon's family was not of high aristocratic descent, they had connections to the local elite in Corsica. Napoleon received his early education on the mainland of France and later attended military schools, including the one in Brienne-le-Château and the École Militaire in Paris. It was at these military schools that Napoleon began his military career, studying tactics, strategy, and military discipline. His military career officially began when he joined the Royal French Artillery as a second lieutenant at the age of 16 in 1785. However, the pinnacle of his military career came during the French Revolution, 1789-1799, where he played a significant role in facing the military challenges of the period. One of his notable early achievements was leading French forces in the recapture of the city of Toulon from the British in 1793. This victory helped solidify his reputation as a talented general. However, his most significant promotions and successes occurred during his military campaigns in northern Italy, 1796-1797. There, he led French forces and achieved significant victories against the Austrian armies. These campaigns made him famous throughout Europe and earned him a reputation as a military genius. His successful early military career laid the foundation for his greater role as a leader in France and as the ruler of the French Empire. In 1799, as political turmoil continued to grip France, Napoleon saw an opportunity to seize power. He viewed himself as a savior of the French Republic in the midst of instability and threats. On November 9, 1799, 18 Brumaire in the French Revolutionary calendar, Napoleon and a group of like-minded associates staged a successful military coup. This coup involved the use of military force to take control of the government and dissolve the existing Directory, a part of the French government. Napoleon played a central role in planning and executing this coup. The outcome of the coup was the abolition of the Directory and the establishment of a new regime known as the Consulate. The Consulate consisted of 3 consuls, with Napoleon as one of them. The Consulate provided significant executive powers to the consuls, with Napoleon emerging as the dominant figure. As one of the consuls, Napoleon gained substantial executive authority and effectively became the leader of France. He implemented various reforms in law, education, and administration to restore stability to the country. In 1804, Napoleon took a significant step in his career by proclaiming himself Emperor of the French. This proclamation marked the end of the Republic of France governed by the Consulate and ushered in the era of the French Empire. On December 2, 1804, Napoleon held a significant ceremony at the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. During this event, he crowned himself emperor and assumed the title of Napoleon I, emulating the ancient Roman Emperor Julius Caesar. The proclamation of the empire brought an end to the consulate's rule and transformed France into a monarchy. With this proclamation, Napoleon held even greater control over the French government, wielding absolute executive power and command over the military, bureaucracy, and domestic and foreign policies of France. He initiated a series of reforms and changes in governance, law, and administration that reflected his vision of a modern state. In addition to his leadership within France, Napoleon also led France in a series of military campaigns that expanded his territorial influence across much of Europe during his time as emperor. He achieved remarkable victories in several notable battles, including the Battle of Austerlitz and the Battle of Jena-Auerstedt. The Battle of Austerlitz, also known as the Battle of the Three Emperors, stands out as one of his most brilliant victories. It took place during the Third Coalition War between France and the Allied forces of Austria and Russia. Napoleon's strategic brilliance, clever tactics, and exploitation of enemy mistakes resulted in a decisive victory, fracturing the coalition against France and extending his influence into Central Europe. The Battle of Jena-Auerstedt, fought on October 14, 1806, was part of the Fourth Coalition War, pitting France against Prussia. Napoleon effectively separated and defeated the larger Prussian forces in two separate battles, Jena and Austerlitz. This victory allowed France to conquer Prussia and expanded Napoleon's dominion in Central Europe. The Battle of Friedland on June 14, 1807, was a pivotal engagement during the Fifth Coalition War between France and Russia. Napoleon skillfully exploited favorable terrain, launching an attack against the Russian forces along the broad River Ala. The victory at the Battle of Friedland forced Russia to make peace with France through the Treaty of Tilsit, which favored Napoleon. The Battle of Wagram, July 5–6, 1809, occurred during the Fifth Coalition War, with France facing Austria. This battle, one of the largest in history, lasted for 2 days. After intense fighting, Napoleon emerged victorious in the Battle of Wagram, compelling Austria to sign the disadvantageous Treaty of Schönbrunn. These victories marked Napoleon's military dominance in Europe during his reign. However, his relentless ambition and continuous expansion triggered the Napoleonic Wars, which had a significant impact on Europe and eventually led to Napoleon's downfall after his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815.